Hello, everybody. Joe Bag of Donuts here, and welcome, one and all, new viewers and returning for a reaction series. I know, kind of rare on this channel, but due to my current work-life balance shifting around a little bit, I don't have time to start a new big long visual novel series. Which, if you're coming to the channel for the first time, specifically for this reaction, well, hello. Thank you for joining us today. Normally, on this channel, I do visual novel read-throughs. However, I also dabble here and there into a little bit of reactions for series. Normally not too often, maybe like once a year or so. But I'm interested in doing Kamen Rider here because it's one of those like seminal series that really kind of laid a lot of groundwork and is very influential in the development of like Japanese media and like the modern media landscape as we know it. I know it's not like the first, it's not the, groundbreaking series. I know there's like Ultra 7 and Ultra Q and obviously Ultraman and everything before Kamen Rider. But it was one of the like, jumping off points for, Japanese television media as a whole moving forward with the tokusatsu genre. Which, if you're a big Kamen Rider head or just tokusatsu head in general, you probably already know this. But to temper your expectations, I have a very surface level knowledge of all this stuff. Like, I watched a couple, like, YouTube videos on, early tokusatsu and, like, Ultra 7 and Ultra Q and all that stuff. Enough that I know it exists, but really not much to speak as an authority on it. So if you would like to inform me of anything in the comments that might be interesting to me as we watch through these videos here, that would be lovely. And speaking of watching the videos, on the YouTube, it's going to be a little picture-in-picture up in the corner. I'll probably like edit in like a little, I don't know, 70s CRT TV and like throw the video on there, but I'll have it blurred out in just the timer with no audio because fucking Japanese media litigation scares the shit out of me. No way am I having that up on my YouTube channel. That's like instant death. The wrath of God will descend from the heavens and fucking smite me with litigation. No shot. So, the actual reaction with video intact may exist somewhere else if you look around for it. Might be buried somewhere. Who knows? I hope that's a good enough description to help lead you to where you might be able to find that. But yeah, I don't really have that much of an intro here to go off of. I've kind of already said my piece. How we're going to do this is I have a 5-second countdown timer that I have completely stolen from Diabu. How it's going to work is it's going to count down 5 seconds. It's going to go red light, yellow, yellow, green, and then a beep. I am going to also start my video at the beep if you are going to be watching along at home with your own totally legally acquired copy. My totally legally acquired copy here is a Blu-ray version that is quite similar to the Soft Shout upload you might find on other places. I think they use the same source. Though I hear they have a very good source with it. I think they did some color correction there. And good thing did a nice big long rambling intro here because the Doomsday Siren just started off outside, which you might be able to hear. I live kind of close to a fire station, and they do that. They play this like air raid siren. I think it's like an old holdover from before everyone had like a cell phone. It's how they would alert like the volunteer firefighters, be like, "Hey, you need to come to the station. We have a call," type of thing. But I don't know why they still play it. I guess they just do it anyway. Why not? In case, I don't know, your phone's in the other room and you don't hear it. You can be like, "Oh shit, I got a call. I gotta go." And the streets are also kind of like narrow here, so it's good to let the people know that the fire truck's about to be rolling out, so that way they're not trying to battle with you to get through this 2-lane road, to get to the highway. Hopefully it doesn't go off too much today. we're being hit by a big snowstorm right now. If you're watching this current time, or if you're watching this in the future, it's the big snowstorm that's hitting like half the country. Fortunately, it seems to have veered a little north from where I am, so we didn't get our full like 13 inches we were supposed to get. It seems like the estimates dropped down to about 6 to 8 inches, which I've already gone out and shoveled half of it. Once the snow stopped, and then it started like sleeting, so kind of like hail. So for hopefully that doesn't like stick, and I gotta like really go out and shovel again. Hopefully I can just kind of push it off to the side. I don't gotta throw my back out, because I was feeling it. I don't have a giant driveway, but unfortunately my normal snow shovel broke earlier this year, so I'm just using like a metal shovel. It's not like a regular like digging shovel. It's for like spreading gravel, but it has a really short handle. So I end up hunching over like I'm about to break my fucking back. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, at least I'm really close to the fire department, so they can send someone over to rescue me. But yeah. With the siren over and I can hear the trucks rolling, they're going the other direction. We're going to start in just a little bit. So if you're singing up your own copy, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's going to go on the beep. That's when I'm going to start. And yeah, I think we're done for the intro here. 6 minutes, 6-minute intro. Yeah, that's about normal if you're here or if you're new to my videos here. I like to ramble. But don't worry, even though I ramble a lot, I'm not going to be pausing the video as we're watching it. Anything I want to talk about is going to be saved for the end. Because syncing up those timers and editing all that nonsense is going to be some bullshit if I try to pause and unpause every like 2 minutes when I decide to go off on a random tangent. But without further ado, let us begin. All right, bring up the timer. Everyone got yours open? Your totally legally acquired copy? All right, here we go. Gonna start the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Also, for like a high definition, Blu-ray version, it's a bit grainy, but I think that has to do more with the quality of the original film that it was shot on, because this was made for TV. Back then, what, a 240p, CRT. Don't got to worry about having the highest definition film. It's not like kids are going to notice anyway. Ugh. Also, this is some vintage intro music. Makes me think of like the original Gundam. I'm also watching Ashita no Joe right now, so it's got that kind of like almost like Enka style. We haven't hit that like 80s stride yet. This is some peak Showa. Oh! Is the villain there gonna change? Ooh, the eerie Spider-Man. Wait. Is this still episode 1? Hold on, have I made an entire fool of myself? No, I switched it back. If I mess this up, don't worry, I'll flip this around so that way it's episode 2 now. Man, these are some cuts, though. Okay, this is definitely an episode 1 intro here. Ongo and Tachibana. I do know there is like a second rider in the first season, because like the main actor got injured during a stunt like halfway through. And they had to do a thing like, oh, he's going overseas, don't worry. Thanks for the lore dump. Oh no, the eerie Spider-Man. There are a lot of motorcycle gangs roaming around Japan. Yes, clearly. So aren't Shocker like fucking Nazi remnants or something? How'd you do that? Impressive. All right, Mr. Hero Man. Let's see how you do. Nice leaded gasoline. Oh, damn. Yo, Shocker recruiting? Oh. Yeah, that's a little strange. Yeah, what is this like demonic ritual you're doing? Cool. Thanks for the lore dump, narrator. Yeah, they captured a lot of people, huh? Just whipping them in the net? All right. You want to check on LinkedIn then. Yes, they've already altered your body. You have no choice but to join. Okay, but why are they painted? Cool. I didn't know he was a cyborg. I thought they were just kind of like bio freaks, like more like a mutant, like an X-Man or something. No, they're blowing smoke in his face. Oh, is that how it works? It like spins the turbine on the belt. Is that how he's always on the motorcycle? You'll be fine. It's the amps that kill you. Cool. Good like set design too. I'm digging it. Also, really sweaty. Like, are they spritzing him, or is he just hot under all these lights? Oh, Oh, clearly, plans don't work out quite like that. Until they poke around in their brain a bit. Yeah, 50,000 volts might do that. It might be a bit of a surge. Cool. I wonder what material they use for the chains there. I don't know who is that. All right, thanks. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, just jump. No, you've been enhanced. Almost like some kind of giant grasshopper. Oh, that was a bit of a wacky cut, but all right. The Spider Man. No hyphen, of course, because that's a trademark by Marvel. Though I'm pretty sure they had like a good deal going on because Marvel made like the Spider Man tokusatsu. Emissary from Hell with his mech, something Ligar. I don't know. Oh no, the web. No, the sexy ladies. Oh, at least they like put him down nice and gently. No. Damn, he got up there quick. Oh hell yeah. What do they got? Knives, scissors? What are those? Uh, Spider-Man just menacing in the bushes. All right. Mid card roll already. All right. Is this good old Dudiko? Man, we're just breakneck pace. I guess when you got to fit everything into like 22 minutes. Yeah, almost like it's some shaky hand cam. Man, the Spider-Man's like a lot more in charge than I thought he would be. I thought he'd just be like a mook. You know, he's like a mid-manager, middle management. Yeah, you know, these fucking weirdos with face paint menacing him in the street. All right, but what does the owner of a cafe know that? Amigo? Where did he come from? Just like hanging out on the ceiling? Yep, just cowering in the corner, waiting. What a trick! A ruse. Oh no, the spider. Is the reason your transmitter has to be spider shaped, designed? Indeed, the UN will do something about this evil organization. Man, you're on board about the whole, you know, being a cyborg and fighting to liberate humanity right off the bat, huh, bud? I guess it was a different, more simpler time. Uh, I'm surprised the faucet broke before, you know, you even got it open. Yeah, but you can like jump real high now. Probably. Ah, you know, a man of pure heart, of course, he would have the will to resist. You're the only one who could save me. I mean, he literally just said his name, but the webs that kind of look like slime. Though it's probably clear plastic or something. Impressive that he can control the webs like that. It's like, ugh, getting asbestos all over me. Oh my god. Must be like crushing his throat if he's like bleeding out the mouth from it. What the hell? Dart gun. Uh dissolve him like a spider. Well, that's fucking horrifying. I mean, it wasn't really an argument. I mean, I'd be a little off kilter too if I just saw a man like fucking dissolve and disappear entirely. Whoa. Bit of strange editing there, but you already have a transforming bike? All right. How does the suit work, huh? I guess there's no use thinking about that. At the end of the day, it is a children's show. Not to say that it can't be good or like thought provoking or anything, but don't worry about it. I'm sure it's like explained in some encyclopedia somewhere, like nanomachines. Man, everyone loves jumping, huh? I guess the cutting in like that, removing some of the in between frames makes them kind of look like they're going faster and their movements harder to track. Makes it a little scarier looking, I guess. I still want to know what kind of weapon they're using. Like not the spear, the kind of knife looking scissor thing. I know he's gone all sudsy. Yeah, play that video in reverse of a hose blowing bubbles out. Damn, ain't that dangerous? What? Look at him go. Oh, you lost your scarf. Oh, we getting a rider kick right out the gate? No, ominous Spider-Man. That is a cool effect, though. That one's a little goofy because if they don't cut it enough, yeah, you can see the hole where the hose is sticking out of. Maybe like, yeah, lift her up a little so her head ain't hanging down like that. All right, later, boss. Very sad. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Oh, of course, like another 23 episodes worth, which is nothing. I'm kind of surprised how short the first series or first season is. Oh no, the spoilers. I'm covering my eyes. Just reading the top. No, the Batman. I don't even want to read the top either, because these things love to spoil the next episode in like its entirety. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised, but I'll leave it up for you guys. There we go. Now we get our real credits. Yeah, this is that like Enka style I was talking about before. That music. What? Almost suplex his ass. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Uh they're playing a little fast and loose with like the character introductions and like connections, cuz who the fuck is Boss? Why does he know where, the doctor was? Who Why does he trust Hongo right off the bat? I'm sure there's some connection that, it just isn't elaborated to us yet. But yeah. Kind of said everything I wanted to right there. We'll do another episode. We'll do two. That went nice and quick. So give me a second, and I will pull up the next episode. All right. And here we are, episode 2. No need to do a big intro again because it's still the same recording session. So, same time as last. I'm going to get the timer up in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We'll go on the beep. And yeah, everyone got your episode 2 up and ready to go? Alrighty, let's begin. The intro riff's really good right there. The So is the bike gonna get a cool name? I know in the ending credit theme song that we're talking about like the Cyclone, but I don't know if that's just like the name for his power, his belt, or anything yet. If it's gonna be like, oh, that's the Rider Mobile. A bit of a strange name because I'd say most mobiles are meant to be ridden, so it's kind of a double positive right there. It's almost like saying ATM machine. All right, so these parts here are from like the episode that's about to play. Terrifying Batman. Oh, we're going from Marvel to DC now. Gosh, that hair. I think this is 71. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, the big ring. So fucking gaudy. I kind of like it though. Cool. Yep. Thank you, narrator. Got to get all the kids caught up who maybe didn't catch the first episode. Also, adds like a minute of extra footage they don't have to film themselves for this week. Was this airing week to week? It must have been. Spooky. Also, creepy porcelain doll in the corner. Woo! Really? The giant silhouette of a man bat? I would maybe like turn on the lights. Oh, he was just standing on the floor and they flipped the camera upside down. All right, all right. Was motorcycle racing a big thing in the early 70s in Japan? Yep. He's back to his old life. Just racing around. See, we're on the same page. Oh no. She got big tooth. Ugh. Prehensile teeth. Cool. Oh, okay. Um, so everybody's just cool that you beat a woman to death at the racetrack in front of them, a bunch of people? All right. I guess they're like, oh, I guess she just turned into a big weird bat. They can't really blame him for it. That's horrifying. Yeah, grab that tablecloth, rip it off. No. Yeah, he might beat her up a little bit, but no. Oh, everybody in the apartment. Into the man bat's lair. All right, it's kind of goofy when the mouth doesn't move. I guess one of the downsides of the high fidelity Blu-ray version. You see some of those details they get lost in the TV transmission version. Also, man, that suit's looking rough to begin with. I wonder if it's a leftover that they repurposed. Because I'm pretty sure they used to do a lot of that. Like a lot of the TV productions shared special effects materials and costumes. I mean, you beat that lady to death at the racetrack. But I guess now that he knows. Woo! Kamen Rider! Good lighting on that one. Does that mean he's dead? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Not suspicious at all. The subterfuge. Yeah, he turned into bubbles. I'd be a little more mad at my boss if he was helping to like hide my father's killer from me. It's about the bats. Or you. What? Viruses aren't alive, though. It should be able to be intelligent. Or at least they're not alive in the way that, like, we view life. They're more like biological machines. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of asking a lot for like a new to science, like man-made virus here, bud. Ah, yes, very incognito. I mean, they'd probably still like start an investigation because your father's like gone, like at least like a missing persons. So if you report like, oh yeah, this guy killed him, they're really like, excuse me, and they'd at least like try to find something out. I would hope. Yeah, we get a lot of customers. Huh. It's like, damn, that's crazy. Oh, is boss? You know what's his name? Fuck, fuck. Tachibana. You know, his motorcycle coach. You know, are they the same person? It was kind of hard to tell. You know, going straight from racetrack, all leather jumpsuit to just regular clothes. It might not have clicked for me right away. In which case, yeah, that tracks then. It doesn't help that they have so many costume changes here. That's like, fuck, who's this guy? Oh, oh, oh! Is it sugar glass? You gonna glass him? Ah, okay. I'll take your run on a Mr. Eagle Man. it is quite a concerning sight to see like a dozen people all bound up, unconscious in a room. Lies as easily as he breathes. Oh no. She's turning into a bat. Yeah, where are the weird blue lights coming from? At least we're clearing up this misunderstanding real quick. Yeah, you never trust a giant human bat. I mean, you were. Spine of Awakening. Okay, cool. So can you like just rip his arm off? Yep, just out the window. I mean, obviously. Like, look at him. Oh, that guy's. Oh my god, he's dead. Like, violently dead. Jesus. Well, I guess it was a different time. I I just thought it'd be like, oh yeah, they're it's left to and it's ambiguous whether that actually killed them or not. They're just off the building. Who knows? Their super enhanced bodies saved them, but no, they fucking splatted. Oh, They did just rip his arm off. Also, you killed the man bat by letting him fall? I thought he would have been able to fly or something. Or at least glide. What a bitch. So, what are you gonna do with that guy's hand? Gonna, like, hang it up? Put it on your wall? Keep it as a back scratcher? I'm a monster. I mean, but your heart is that of a man. Hell yeah. Just sadly riding my bike. Oh, is that Tokyo Tower? I guess they are. This is just Tokyo in the early 70s. You know, a lot of the redevelopment hasn't happened yet. No, the Scorpion Man. Oh, jeez. That's another thing about, I was just saying, like, reading or watching Ashita no Joe, is you get to see kind of a snapshot of Japan during, like, the rebuilding period after World War II, where shit is, like, still absolutely fucked. Like, full on ramshackled slums made out of fucking corrugated steel. Like, it's rough. Abandoned buildings everywhere. It's actually a pretty, like, interesting time in Japanese history. Like, the immediate aftermath, U.S. occupation, and right after, they regained, like, full, autonomy. I actually own some mugs, some coffee mugs that were made in Japan during the occupation period. Like, I got them, and, like, on the underside, the sticker said, made in U.S. occupied Japan, which is kind of cool. I guess they were, like, made originally for, an export market, but for whatever reason, it's like whoever they were exporting them through, the deal fell through, so they just ended up with, like, a warehouse of hundreds of, ceramic, the kind of, like, Japanese ceramic style, like, teacup. They just kind of stuck a handle on there and made them a little bigger, and now, boom, coffee cups. But that never, like, came to fruition, so a couple of years ago, someone found them and just started selling them. I had like a nice blue one that unfortunately got destroyed at work because I work with a bunch of bumbling fucking oafs and they knocked it off the shelf and it shattered. So now I just keep my remaining one at home. But yeah, enough about my tragic coffee mug collection. That about does it here. I don't really have much you know, much to say. I'm a chatty Cathy and said all my thoughts as the episode was going. So with that, I think that's where we're going to end here for today. Right at an hour, perfect time. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell, and check out the Discord link in the description down below and become a member today and give me your money. You get no benefits whatsoever, besides sleeping well at night knowing that you've given me extra money I don't need. And yeah, hope to see you guys again soon for probably episode 3 and 4. This is some pretty easy TV to watch. Hard to be like, oh yeah, this is why it's clearly one of the cornerstones of media after 2 episodes, but it's enjoyable. I'm liking it so far. A bit breakneck pace here and there. You got to kind of intuit some things that aren't entirely spelt out, and the the writing is a little quick. That's the only thing I can say is it's you gotta make some leaps of logic here and there, but don't hurt your head thinking about it. Like I said, it's a kids show. but I'm not one of those people who thinks, oh, just because it's children's media, it has to be like low quality, bad, consumer slop. Like you can make interesting, engaging, good media and still have it be, mainly targeted for a younger audience. It doesn't inherently make it bad or, of a lesser quality. And this seems to be, at least so far, good. I doubt I'm gonna have a lot of super thought provoking, philosophical moments. Maybe some here or there with like, I don't know, like what it means to be human, that kind of thing. I know that was kind of like a thing in Ultraman. Is like, have you really come to love humanity so much, Ultraman? Like that type of thing. Uh, but who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see more and come to those conclusions ourselves. I already said my outro, so I will bid you all adieu. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.